Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra and I like to practice my Swiss German, specifically Basel German because I live in the canton of Baselstadt and here the dialect is very specific. It requires a bit of time to learn, which I'm in the process of doing, but I've been told my pronunciation is pretty good. It's just a matter of getting more comfortable with it. The way that I do it is I take something that is typically passed out during the Basel Carnival, also called Fasnacht. It's a UNESCO heritage event that takes place once a year in the spring, and it's one of the reasons why Basel is such a special city. So what they do is they give out these papers and they have poems on them, and I find these poems to be very interesting in terms of just seeing how interesting the language is, the way that it's written, the way that it's pronounced, and I find it extremely helpful to translate these and read through these to get a better sense of the language and the usage of the language and getting more familiar to using it in daily life, in writing texts and speaking with the people. And also it gives a little bit of a perspective into the psyche of the local population, what kinds of themes they're interested in talking about, what kind of messages they're interested in spreading. So the first one I picked is called Gell, du magst mich nicht, and as you can tell by this little finger hand up thing, thumb up, it's about social media and the influence it has on our lives. So I will begin. The way I will do it is I will just show you, I will let you follow along on the screen with me as I read through it. So let me just adjust my camera here so you could see it. Okay, so I hope that is big enough. Yep, maybe we can even zoom a little bit. Here we go. Before I begin, what I find interesting is this is actually something, and I have a lot of these papers. This one is from Fasnacht 2019, and you will see that it's called Schwelleme Fasnacht. And what does Schwelleme mean? Oh, by the way, just so that you know, some of my resources are, I have the Neues Baseldeutsch Wörterbuch, and so this is basically a dictionary. And I also have the Salitzame, your Baseldeutsch Survival Guide, which is also a great language book. So through these resources, specifically the dictionary, I found out that Schwelleme actually means Allschwiller. So this is how you would call Allschwiller Fasnacht. So the Fasnacht that takes place in Allschwil, which is in the canton of Basel-Land. And they use more or less the same dialect with slight differences, but I thought the topic was very interesting and it's good for the first video, so let's dive right into it. So, this Fasnacht Zettel is called Gell, du magst mich nicht, and this means, right, you like me or not. So I will read it in Basel German and then I will translate it to English. Zack, schon ist wieder einer in eine Stange geknallt. Hat im Smartphone geschaut, wem sein Snapchat gefällt. Und drum nicht auf den Weg und auf den Verkehr können achten. So hat's halt touched, kurz nach der 7:30. So this basically means, bam, here goes another one that banged himself in the pole. He looked at his smartphone. Who liked his Snapchat? And this is why he didn't look at the way and he didn't look at the traffic. He wasn't able to pay attention to it. So he nicht auf den Verkehr können achten. So he couldn't achten auf Verkehr, as we would say in High German. So hat's halt touched kurz nach der 7:30. So he basically crashed shortly after 8:30. And 8:30, if we look at the time, there is a section in Baseldeutsch which talks about time. So I will quickly look at it. 110 would be the page in my Baseldeutsch survival guide. And 7:30 is, so let's see, if 7:30 refers to this picture, and this is basically 6:30, so 7:30 means that it's 7:30. So this accident happened around 7:30, 7:30. Let's continue. Jetzt hockt am Boden, es läuft Blut aus der Lippe. Aber ein Freund, der ihm hilft, ist nicht Seine Sippe ist nur virtuell, in Apps und im Netz. Ein echter Freund, so ein Kumpel, das wäre es jetzt. And this means now he's sitting on the floor. There's blood dripping from his lip, but a friend who can help him is not there. His clique, so Sippe, thanks to the dictionary, I saw that Sippe means like clan, gang. So sie Sippe ist nur virtuell in apps und im Netz. That means his gang is only virtual. It exists in apps and in the web. Ein echter Freund, so ein Kumpel, so a real friend, a real buddy. Das wäre es jetzt. So this would have been something now. Früher haben sich Kinder Blutsbrüderschaft geschworen. Nicht hat Freunde auseinandergebracht, hast noch so können bohren. Machen wir ab, hat der Schlachtruf geheissen. Schon mit 4 hat man gelernt, Freundschaften zu schweissen. So here it means before the children had like a blood clan, you know, when you sort of like you cut your hand, you cut the palm of your hand and there's a little blood that comes out and then your friend does the same. I'm not promoting this, but I know that kids did this. Also in the United States, where I grew up, this was a thing. And yeah, in the past, the kids would do this kind of blood pact. And nothing came in between the friends. You could have drilled it together. Hast nur so können bohren. Machen wir ab means let's hang out. Hat der Schlachtruf geheissen. Schlachtruf is kind of like a battle cry. So let's hang out was the battle cry. And already with 4 years old, we learned how to weld a friendship together. Freundschaften zu schweissen. Was dazumal noch richtige Beziehungen waren, durch dick und dünn, ist heute nicht mehr in. Ein Bandenquartier, ein Klickenspruch, das ist nun begehrt. Was heute nur noch zählt, sind hohe Follower-Wert. This basically means, in the past, what used to be real friendships, through thick and thin, is not something that's in anymore. It's today not in. A Bandenquartier, so yeah, like a block gang, a Klickspruch, the language that you would use, the slang that you would use with your clique. This is not something that's admired anymore, and what counts today is the high follower, Wert is worth. Zusammenspielen war schon mal das Schönste auf Erde. Heute wird mir lieber im Messenger angestupst werden. Oder mir wird retweetet und liked noch das neueste Selfie und ist bei WhatsApp online vom 6 bis zum 11. So to play together, it was something that was the best thing in the world on earth. And today we would rather get poked in Messenger or being retweeted and liked on your newest selfie. And therefore, yeah, you're in WhatsApp online from 6 until 11. Doch was nutzt, wenn wir auf TikTok Playback singen, aber keiner tut einem, wenn man Fieber hat, die Aufgaben bringen? Instagram postest du allerdingste Fotos. Let me see what this word means because I have the original here. Alle glänzigste, it's like the shiniest photographs. Aber ohne echte Freunde im wahren Leben bleibst du totally. So that means, yeah, what's the point when you can do playbacks on TikTok together, singing, but no one, when someone has a fever, no one brings the homework. And in Instagram, you post the shiniest pictures, but without real friends in real life, you remain Dotteli. Dotteli is a Baseldeutsch word. It means like a Dummkopf, so kind of like a dummy. Yeah, without real friends, you're a dummy. And then auf Facebook strecken dir Dutzende der Daumen auf, aber keiner steht zu dir und hebt die bist schon mal ein Muff. Drum droht an alle, ob Schwelmen, Basler oder Inder, seid nicht virtuell, seid echt, traue dich und seid Kinder. And this means in Facebook, everyone gives you dozens of thumbs up, but no one stands by you and holds you. You are kind of like mildew. This is why the road is advice. So the advice for everyone, either Allschwiller or some people from Allschwil or people from Basel or Indian people, don't be virtual. Be real and traue dich and seid Kinder. So trust yourself and be a kid. Legt das Handy einmal in eine Kiste für 2-3 Stunden. Geht raus, raufen und spielen. Es macht Spass und ist gesund. Und ist auch in Sachen Zukunftsplanung überhaupt nicht vergeben. Denn echte Freunde aus Fleisch und Blut brauchst im Leben. So this basically means put the handy away in the kiste, so put it in a box, put it in the cupboard for 2-3 hours. Go outside and so scuffle. Raufen is scuffling and spielen and play. It is fun and it is healthy and it's also ist auch in Sachen Zukunftsplanung überhaupt nicht vergeben. It's not something that you can give away when it comes to your future. So it's kind of like helping your future, actually, when you're outside with people, Dann echte Freunde aus Fleisch und Blut brauchst im Leben. Because you need real friends in life that are real, from real meat and real blood. Wenn du jemanden richtig likest, sag ihm und schau ihm ins Gesicht. Nach einem Streit spricht man sich aus und Schluss mit der Geschichte. Echte Freunde lachen zusammen und können aufeinander bauen. Denn auch wenn der Akku leer ist, zählt es noch das Vertrauen. So this means when you really like someone, tell them and look them in the face. And after a fight, talk to each other and Schluss mit der Geschichte. So make an end with the story. Echte Freunde lachen zusammen. Real friends laugh together and can build on each other. Denn auch wenn der Akku leer ist, zählt noch das Vertrauen. Because as soon as your charger is empty, what really counts is the trust. Chatten tut man am besten bei einem Zvieri-Brot und Äpfelsaft, statt dass man nebeneinander schweigt und in Zigarettchen gäfft. Denn die Welt ist drei und nicht nur eindimensional. Es gibt nicht nur Bildpunkte auf dem Screen, sondern Farben phänomenal. So chat is something that you would do by your, in Switzerland they have something called Sviri, which is a 4 o'clock small meal. So there's like a bread that you can eat at 4 o'clock and you can chat during this meal. You can have some apple juice. And instead of sitting next to each other in silence and looking at your device, and then the world is gray when you do this. And the world is three and not one-dimensional. And es gibt nicht nur Bildpunkte auf dem Screen, sondern Farbenphänomenal. Yeah, and there's not just pixels on your screen. Instead, there's actually phenomenal colors around you in the world. Fuß auf dem Boden statt Kopf in der Cloud. Das wäre wichtig. Beim Gamen das höchste Score haben ist nur eine flaue Pflichtsieg. Aber echte Jubel mit wirklichen Freunden, das ist das Allerbeste. Dir glaubt's nicht, da hilft nur eins. Dir müsst es testen. So this basically means feet on the floor instead of head in the clouds. This is important. When someone plays games, the highest score is sort of like a flat, compulsory victory. But what brings the most joy, real joy, is with real joy with real friends. Das ist der allerbeste. This is the best thing. And dir glaubt's nicht, so you don't believe it. Da hilft nur eins. There is only one solution. Dir müsst testen. You have to go test it. So thank you very much for this Jugendland written Schnitzelbankzettel. I thought it was very interesting and very telling. Let me just fix my camera. Yeah, and it was very telling of the sort of attitudes that we have towards social media. So thank you very much and see you next time.